Yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski, and the recent PokeMMO update brought a lot of new content to the game, a lot of new things to test and figure out, and that's why I'm on the main account today to test the new item, the Chum Buckets, which I've heard might buff fishing to a ridiculous degree. We're over in Slateport City to test this for ourselves today. I've been doing a lot of Whalmer shiny hunting here over the past years, very passive. Whenever I don't know what to do, I come here and I do a bunch of Whalmer shunting. Just super rod here, 100% chance for Whalmers as long as you don't have lures pop. Then you'll have a 5% chance or so for Kingdras. I have a fresh trip started up on the top right hand, new in-game encounter counter. So if you don't know, you can actually have your normal encounter counter, which is your last shiny, or you can also create a new one with the trip. The encounters will also add to your last shiny, but I can also sort of separate this into its own little test for the Chum Buckets. And what I'm really looking for today is just to see how many encounters you can get per hour, and then how often we see groups of 3 or more Pokemon at once. The number to beat and number to keep in mind is that previously with fishing, with expert lures and like max efficiency, you would typically get around 220 encounters per hour while fishing and trying to hunt for a shiny, catch Pokemon, whatever you're really doing, right? Usually shiny hunting is going to get you the best odds because you're just doing an encounter and running away. I am using a sticky hold Pokemon, which does have an out-of-world ability in the top left-hand corner, increases chance of bites while fishing. And now the Chum Bucket does operate differently than premium lures and other expert lures. It's a 1-hour charm situation as opposed to being based on your steps. It just reads, a very pungent bucket of fishing lure. Pokemon will always be caught while fishing, and sometimes you'll fish up more than one Pokemon. From what I've seen other people testing, this might be underselling how insanely good this item is. I've heard numbers as high as people getting 440 to 460 encounters per hour while fishing. That's over double what you used to be able to get. Now, these items are a new gift shop item. For better or for worse, I'll leave that ramble till the very end of the video. They are 200 RP, or you can head over to the item market on the GTL, look up Chum Bucket, and buy them for, right now, about 94,000 Pokeyen. All right, but that's all the prerequisite knowledge. Let's go ahead and pop our Chum Bucket, and I will see you guys after an hour of gone fishing. All right, for reference, I've done 4 encounters so far, and all of them have been double battles. I'm up to 9 encounters already. That's my first single encounter so far while fishing. And here's one of the 3 times horde. These are new to fishing. You could not get these, I believe, any other way. Maybe premium lures prior to this update, but this makes these a lot more common. And there's another double. I've only seen, once again, only 1 single encounter so far in like 8 or so total encounters now, 7. All right, here it is. The Chum Bucket timer is coming to a close here in 1 second. This is my last encounter. And would you look at the top right-hand corner? Are you kidding me? I even got distracted. This could have been way more efficient, way more tick perfect. I definitely could have seen myself hitting 460 encounters, maybe even higher. I think I got way too distracted, like let ticks different, seconds pass, wasted seconds. Holy crap, dude. This is a 100% increase on efficiency in shiny hunting on an RP item. It's insane if you're a fishing shunter. It's crazy, congrats on your new method, I guess, but it's concerning to me. All right, before we're overly concerned, let's go ahead and run through the math. So I was hoping that Chum Buckets would be similar to premium lures. If you're going to introduce an RP item, I don't want it to be a requirement to play the game. I want it to be a super expensive, really powerful item, but it's so expensive that it's not worth sustaining, whether you're free to play or pay to play or swipe a lot in PokeMMO. Premium lures are a great example of this. Premium lures cost multiple hundreds of thousands. I think usually around anywhere from 400 to 600,000 Pokeyen per hour to utilize consistently. Premium lures are based on steps. You can do a lot of steps in an hour. They are super, super expensive. For example, I know that with an expert lure, you end up using about 10 of these per hour, which equates to around 2,500 steps per hour if my math is not terrible. So that's around 15,000 Pokeyen per hour per expert lures. That's the fantastic, great free-to-play option you can buy with Pokeyen. It's a great item. I love expert lures, right? 2,500 steps per hour. Now we go ahead and divide this by 400. That's how many premium lures. So you would have to use 6.25 premium max lures per hour. And as you can see, premium max lures are around 93,000 Pokeyen. So to use premium max lures, you're going to end up paying 581,000 Pokeyen per hour. That is not sustainable and not worth it. Even if you're a credit card swiper, you'd rather just swipe for other things, shiny charms, donor statuses, or fuel your egg shunts, etc., etc. Premium lures are a fun, bombastic item because they aren't worth it. Chum buckets are 94,000 Pokeyen for the 1 hour. If you are shiny hunting via fishing, everybody should be using chum buckets. This is a problem. This item is broken. It is busted. It is way too good. You can pay 93,000 Pokeyen and save yourself an hour of time. The fact that it doubles the amount of encounters per hour, you are literally saving 50% of your time on a fishing shiny hunt by using chum buckets. This item is going to be a requirement moving forward if you ever want to do fishing shunts. It's just way too fucking good to be ignored. This is not pay for advantage. This is pay to win. When something is pay for a 10% buff, you know, it's really expensive. It's not super worth it. Things like donor statuses, shiny charms, premium lures. These are items that even the highest level of players don't always use when shiny hunting. If you are not using Chum Bucket when fishing shunting, you are fucking trolling. And that's a problem. When something is a 10% boost to a method, I consider that a small little, fun benefit. When something increases something by 100%, this is a problem. I don't know how to say it enough. This is a problem. I am not a fan of chum buckets in the game. If you disagree with that, more power to you. I understand. I don't like pay to win in my video games. Yes, you still have to put in the time to do the fishing shunt, and I do respect that. However, it is half of the time. Half of the time. They just sped up fishing shunts by 50% in one update. Or, I'm sorry, sped them up by 100%, right? What? I'm terrible at math, but why? Why did we need this? I'm so sad. I was so excited to test chum buckets. I have actually been asking the PokeMMO devs, I've been saying that I think out of all of shiny hunting methods, I think fishing needed a small buff more than anything. You know what? I was saying, 220 encounters per hour. It's kind of rough compared to singles getting 300 per hour. Singles got buffed a little bit back from around 260, 280 to 300 encounters, 320-ish per hour with expert lures. Okay, a really good buff, really reasonable buff, right? When I say I wanted a small buff to fishing shunting to make it more viable, I didn't mean increase it by 100% full. I meant maybe take it from 220 to 250 encounters per hour. What is the point of this? Why are we getting rid of the gameplay? People enjoy the difficulty of shiny hunting in PokeMMO. That is why we play this game. I apologize for turning this video into sort of another way for me to preach my opinions and my ideals, but I think it's that important. If you want to do it and turn this video off because you don't really care about that, I totally respect it. More power to you. But I am not happy with this. The point of shiny hunting in Pokemon is because it's difficult. No shiny hunter that I've ever met that plays this game seriously wants these updates. They don't want things to be easier. They would just go play a different Pokemon game if that was the case. No Dark Souls player wants the game to be easier. No WoW Classic player wants to get to level 60 faster. People who play these types of games for that challenge, for that difficulty, don't want it to be easier. This would be like if you played a hardcore Nuzlocke in Pokemon, but every time one of your Pokemon died, you just save scummed to go back and revive it. At that point, why not just play regular Pokemon? What's the point? The point of shiny hunting is the journey. It's the ability to push through even when things seem bleak. It is the goal, the journey of never giving up. The whole beautiful point, in my opinion, of shiny hunting is learning the ability to never give up. And that skill can be translated to anywhere in life. Good news is chum buckets are absolutely fucking busted. Bad news, it's terrible for the game, in my personal opinion, but develop your own opinion, share your own thoughts in the comments. Like this video if you enjoyed it, dislike if you didn't enjoy it, I thought I went wrong somewhere. Don't dislike so you disagree with me, I think that's a cowardly way in my opinion, but if you think my thought process is wrong, feel free to dislike. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see PokeMMO videos every single day. Follow me on Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below if you want to do that, and if you want to support the channel, HelloFresh is a great way to get yourself 50% off of some food, as well as support the channel in the best way possible. My link should be first thing in the description, but that's it for me. I hope the devs hear these changes, hear the community, and we move in a positive direction. Or if the overall community wants these changes, then I'll accept that fact, and we will move on forward with PokeMMO together. So thanks for watching, and good luck on your fishing shunts. Yo, what's up? Outro Patrouski here, and I wanted to take this time to say thank you to everyone who goes above and beyond and supports my channel. Your names are all listed here. You make it possible for me to make helpful and mildly entertaining content for the game that I love and make it available for free for everyone to enjoy. Thank you so much for allowing me to even be here.